You're watching Personal Finance with Coach Kelvin. Let's get into the video. Hey guys, Coach Kelvin here, and today I want to talk to you about the passive income that I was able to make for the month of February in 2022. So I've almost come up to a whole 12 months of doing these passive income reviews, and I can start sort of comparing year to year how that income grows, especially when I can do a month by month comparison. So April 2021 versus April 2022, for example, as my portfolio of shares grows. So I'm really looking forward to being able to do that as we sort of reach those next few months where the year overlap will occur and I can make that comparison. So for the month of February in 2022, through crypto staking rewards, using 3 cryptocurrencies that I have staked, I was able to make $10.72. Now, crypto staking is where you leave your crypto up on the blockchain to basically validate transactions. This speeds up the whole process and makes the whole blockchain more efficient for the cryptocurrencies that I do stake. Now, this is basically paid in rewards to you at a interest rate set by the exchange or perhaps the cryptocurrency itself, and you earn currency back, as in that cryptocurrency back, for a reward for doing so. So I'm just giving you the Australian dollar conversion on how much cryptocurrency I actually have staked. So I'm currently staking Cardano or ADA, Veracity, VRA, and Phantom, FTM. With these 3 coins, I have various interest rates that I'm earning. I have more money in Cardano and Veracity than I do Phantom, but overall I earn $10.72 for doing absolutely nothing. And that was including the downturn due to the dip in cryptocurrency since the, conflict in Ukraine has occurred. So these rewards are actually staking at a lower rate, earning more money, and then hopefully I get capital appreciation on those currencies in the future. So that's pretty cool. All right, the next source of income that I made in the month of February was through dividend income. Now I only had 2 shares paying an income for this month, but it's still not too bad. So my holding in AFI, or Australian Foundation Investment Company, I earned $40. Now this is inclusive of both dividends and franking credits, which is the tax offset you receive for the credit the company has already paid on your behalf. But for such a small holding I have, a $40 dividend is not too bad. And I have this set up as a share bonus distribution plan. So basically what happens is, in place of receiving the income, you just get shares in the same amount. This is different to a dividend reinvestment plan, or DRP, but it still works in the favor of the income earner, because you're actually essentially getting these shares reinvested into your portfolio. You're essentially not earning an income, but if I went to sell those shares at a later date, I would be paying a capital gains tax on 100% of that share, not just on the increase from the capital gain. So it works as a tax advantage now, but it could be disadvantageous in the future. Now, the second share that I earned income from was the Charter Hall Long Whale REIT, or CLW. I earned $53.95, and this was on a dividend reinvestment plan also. So that resulted in me receiving another 11 shares, which is kind of great. I don't have to do any extra work. This is automatically done on my behalf. I don't have to pay any brokerage fees. This just happens. And what's great about owning a property REIT like CLW, a lot of the income, it is already taken into account depreciation, taxes, insurance, etc. on the property. So a lot of this distribution will actually have a free tax component allotted to it. So when I do my tax return later down the track at the end of 2022's financial year, I will actually more than likely receive a fairly decent tax credit for the amount of tax I would have had to pay on that. So I'm very excited about that. Okay. So my next source of income that I earned was rental income. Now I have 2 properties. My first one was in Midland, Western Australia, and before expenses, this property earned $1,360 or $1,360. Now February, obviously being a shorter month, I'd only had 4 weeks worth of payment coming that month, so it's not my greatest month, but I'm still excited. Now after expenses, this resulted in $1,089.69. So still a fairly decent earning, and now that's not taking into account the interest I have to repay, that's not taking into account the insurances, water bills, anything like that. This is just how much I get into my account after all of the property management fees come out. The second property that I earned rental income from was my property in Yeppoon in Queensland. Now this is a property I own 50% with another party, so any of this income after all expenses are paid just goes back into the mortgage. I don't take actual income into my bank account. So yeah, if this property was paid off, 50% of this dividend would come to me and 50% would go to the other party. So before expenses, this property earned $6,926.85, and after all the expenses, so property management, the cleaning, any sort of maintenance, because it is a short-term rental, this resulted in an income of $3,274.71. So not a massive amount of income, but still happy nonetheless. Now, the interest income that I earned were from two sources. One was the offset against one of my properties. Now, any money that you leave in this basically just lowers down the amount of liability the mortgage has at a 1-to-1 ratio. So if I have $1 in my offset account, it reduces my interest liability on $1 on that mortgage. So I earned $1.49 from this. Yes, it's negligible, but I'll list any passive income that I make to you guys. And then from Plenti, which is a peer-to-peer lending platform where you basically loan your money out and you earn interest and principal back, I earned 16 cents. Yes, this is again very small, but I completely wiped out my holdings in Plenti earlier last year in order to put that money into a better investment opportunity. So this brings my total income for the month of February 2022 to $4,470.72. So overall, not a bad month. All of this money goes back into other investments. So all of my income from the Midland property I put into shares. I don't pay down that mortgage. All of the income from the Yeppoon property, that just goes back into the mortgage. All of my dividends are reinvested, and then my crypto staking is also reinvested. So whilst it looks like a lot of cash flow, I don't actually take any of that cash into my personal bank account for use. It all gets reinvested and then redistributed into other investments or the same investment, so that it slowly takes away the liability or grows the portfolio. Alright guys, if you got any value from this video, please like, share and subscribe. I look forward to starting to do those month-to-month comparison updates once I have a full year worth of passive income updates up my sleeve. And yeah, let's see how we can grow this portfolio. Guys, thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.